Bon dia mundo. We have driven to Foz do Aurelio today. We've just parked up. And look at this view, how stunning. Story's actually asleep. She fell asleep on the drive here. So we're just leaving her in the car to have her nap.
Wow.
Amazing, isn't it?
Listen to that sound.
It is a beautiful blue sky day today. There's no one around currently. The visibility is super clear today. You can see for miles. I could stand here for hours watching these waves, listening to the sound of them crashing on the rocks. It is a pretty stunning place to be. I remember the first time we came to this area, we were really impressed with how beautiful it was, yet how rugged it was at the same time. The colour of the sea is looking amazing today. It's really mesmerising. It is a beautiful spring day here in Foz do Aurelio. I've seen a couple of people walking along the cliffs here. There were loads of bees and butterflies flitting about this morning, working their magic on the wildflowers. Story's still sleeping in the car. Jay's up there with her, but I've just had a little walk down the hill. And this beautiful yellow plant here looks amazing against the blue. Seeing the people walking along here earlier, it's made me think, I wonder how far you can actually go along here. You could probably go quite far, maybe walk even to the next beach along. We just decided to drive off the main road, just came down this little track, and this is the view that we get. It is just incredible. I know I keep saying it, but it really is.
I'm on baby watching duty at the moment. Story's still fast asleep in the car. People always say there's something magical about the sea. Here's my observation. Look at these clear blue skies today, and yet the sound of those waves sounds like thunder. They say that the human body is 90% water, and that is probably the reason why humans are so connected to the water. What do you think? That magical connection to it.
There's so many little paths all the way along.
Yeah.
It is just kind of a sheer drop off. So
On the edge.
yeah, I'm glad Story's sleeping in the car. She'd need to be in the bouncy bag to go for a walk along here.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could walk for ages.
I reckon you could probably get all the way to San Martino if you went that way.
I was just thinking about the times that we've been here before, previously, and we had no inkling that it would be a possibility that we could come and live near here. It's always just felt like a bit of a dream, like to live near the sea, like this kind of coastline, and I feel really lucky.
Yeah, definitely. Sacha's off again, exploring. I was thinking to myself, I don't think we would have discovered this place for a very long time if it wasn't for Robert and Stuart letting us use their house when they weren't there. This part of the coastline, it really feels like a local gem. It's just far enough away from Lisbon, but also just close enough too. It's that perfect distance. So if people want to come and visit, it's a nice, easy journey. And also it feels a little bit more like a holiday to come to a place like this. Over in that direction, you can see Lagoa do Bidos. We've spent many fun family days there. I really do love it here. Hello. Can you see the sea? You're blind?
Surprise!
Oh, surprise! I thought you said you're blind. I thought it was too sunny for you.
The first thing she said, she opened her eyes and literally within 2 seconds went, the beach!
Oh.
And that's why she's got her spade.
Enjoying the beach.
Yeah, Nair enjoys the beach, doesn't he?
Even though the beach they built a sandhole.
Okay, we have to go down the hill to build the sandcastle.
Ah, that feels good. There you go, Story, you got what you wanted. Toes in the sand. Happy?
I'm happy.
Good girl. I'm happy too. Look how lovely it is here. Not busy at all. A few years ago now, Sacha and her friend Jill went hiking up Mount Kinabalu in Malaysia. It's a really high mountain, about 15,000 feet I think. And there was one woman there that was doing the hike with them that did it totally barefoot. And Sacha was thinking to herself, why would you do that? It had something to do with feeling connected with the earth. Having the actual stones touching your feet is supposed to give you something that wearing shoes just doesn't give you. And in the past, a former version of myself would have been like, what rubbish. But nowadays, I understand what that's about. Yes, of course, some people do go to extreme measures with it, but for me, just walking here with my feet directly connected to the sand is definitely better than having my shoes on. What are you doing? Hey? I thought you were supposed to be building a sandcastle. Is this the foundations? It's a very nice story, it feels good. Just the other day, one of our friends shared an article with us about how they're thinking about banning the game of tag or chase in schools because the kids are using too much force when they're...
It's already been banned
it's already...
in some schools. Not
Okay.
all of them.
Some schools have already banned it. So that's the game where you run along and you tag each other and you say it's or tag, and then the other person chases you. And the kids were using too much force and some kids were getting hurt, so they decided to ban it. The article was about how when you allow your kid to play in puddles, if you allow them to jump up and down in puddles, or if you allow them to play with nature, touch trees, touch flowers, they understand their senses better. They can gauge where their arms and limbs are, how much force to use before something breaks. And so by Hi! Yes, Story, we're talking about you learning about touching things and not breaking them without realising it, just by allowing Story to grow up in the environment that she has. She's so gentle with things. When she touches the chickens for the first time, when she holds the baby chick, she doesn't hurt them. We can trust her to do that. We can put a big glass of juice in her hand full of like beetroots and carrots, all staining things, and we're not worried that she's going to spill it on herself or she's going to break the glass or smash it. She has a very good awareness of how much force to use, and that is solely due to her being allowed to touch things and to be in nature and to interact with her environment a lot. This article went on to say that most people are taught there's only 5 senses, but there are actually 8, and one of them is this vestibular sense, and it's knowing where your limbs are without looking at them. And I think Story has excellent vestibular sense.
More pebbles. A flyer. Pebble.
You want to get the pebbles? Story's going to go up the hill while I pack the stuff away, and then we're going to go get something to eat. You patiently awaiting your food. And there's a sweet doggy there, isn't it? He or she? Is it he or she?
It's sniffing.
It's a boy.
The food. I can smell it cooking.
Oh, is that a speaker? That was no.
Bubble water.
No.
Pedras.
It's so hard.
Too hard? You always say that when you drink Pedras.
It's a bit warm.
It's a bit warm, is it? Yum. Hello.
Oh my goodness, you are so big!
Say hi.
She's grown up.
I'm good. How are you?
My goodness, you're such a big girl!
We were trying to work out the last time you saw her.
Yeah. The chickens are fun. What?
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Oh, is that what they do? Cock-a-doodle-cuckoo. They do that, right? Yeah. The baby chicks. Do you pick them up? Do you pick them up and give them a kiss? Yeah? You are such a star.
Whoa. Loads of hummus. That's right. We've got the Holder Vegan, which is the vegan wheel. Big plate of chips as well. Story will be happy.
Oh, orange, white.
Orange and white.
Yes,
What? Star.
tomatoes.
Tomatoes.
You know what this is? Cucumber.
Good girl.
Peppers.
Peppers.
Red peppers.
Red peppers.
Enjoy.
Oh, I'm going to eat that.
We're back at the house now. The total cost for our delicious lunch was €16, which I thought was amazing. Really good value. It was more than enough food for all three of us. It's really tasty. And I'm just sitting out on the terrace. Story wanted to come out here, play with her farmhouse while she has an ice lolly. The Story's happily sitting here. Joe's just made us a cup of coffee. Our friend Vince gave us some Vietnamese coffee, and this is that. And it is really good. This is it. Mr. Fong's Private Reserve.
It's really nice. As soon as you open the packet, it smells like chocolate.
Yeah, caramel.
Yeah, it's amazing. While Sacha is busy putting Story to bed, I'm going to go and put the chickens to bed. Sacha and I have been talking about what to do for our Wednesday video, which is normally based on food and cooking and tips. And we want to try something different this week. We want to try a sights and sounds video. Now, if any of you guys have been following us since the early days of vlogging, we tried this concept, which was just no talking. It was just the sights and sounds of the area, no music, no dialogue, no narration, only the sights and sounds.
I'm looking at you.
We really enjoyed doing it, but we never gave it a proper crack. And we thought here on this little bit of land would be the ideal place to give that kind of sensation of just hearing what it sounds like through our ears and then presenting it to you in video form. So come back on Wednesday and see how that turns out. I think it's going to be quite interesting. And if anything, meditative and relaxing. All right, let's see what those chickens are doing. They've put themselves to bed. Night night chickens. Looks like the cockerel's found himself a girlfriend. 18, 19, 20. I'm just doing a baby chick check because I know they can get through the fence, and sometimes I've found them wandering around outside here. Okay, I think we're all good. So for this sights and sounds video on Wednesday, we're thinking to film a routine. Perhaps we'll do a day of planting, perhaps we'll do a day learning something. And I think it will give you guys a unique perspective on what things could be like for you if you decided to move into this kind of lifestyle. And I'm going to round up today's video, and so we'll see you next time. Bye. Very atmospheric. Got the pellet burner on. So today's going to be all about trying to sort things out.
Morning.
You saying hello to the ant? You helping me fix things?